Warning, creature attack. Warning, creature attack. Warning, external hull damage detected. Caution, hull integrity low. Engine powering down.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Parkinwad Plays Subnautica. We've just gotten away from a Ghost Leviathan. That was that big ugly blue snake at the beginning, or snake looking thing. And yeah, they're not friendly at all. And what had happened is I had traveled way too close, or right to the edge of the map basically. And when you do that in this game, you go to the edge of the map and beyond, it spawns Ghost Leviathans, and if you stick around it'll spawn a second one, and if you stick around longer it'll spawn a third one, and they are very aggressive out there. So yeah, just doing a bit of repairs on the sub, and then we're gonna go and finish exploring, I believe, the Aurora. So look forward to that.
This is Life Pod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricators bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to date.
So what's interesting here is we didn't get any coordinates for where LifePod 7 is, and the transmission origin is just a rough estimate. It tells you there. Transmission origin is approximately 1 kilometer southwest of the Aurora's stern section. So it's just a rough area. You have to basically go scan for it. So this here is an alien vent. They are, this particular one is actually nearby the Officer Keene life pod, I believe. And you can scan them, so go ahead and do that, and you'll get some a databank entry that'll tell you kind of a little bit more about them and what they're for. So right now I'm back in explore mode. We've got lots more stuff to unlock, upgrades and base pieces and all kinds of stuff. So there's lots of databank entries in wrecks. So I'm out here exploring some more new wrecks again, ones that I haven't been in yet. And trying to find new ones. I think I ran into 2 that I already had, but this is one that I didn't. So we just started scanning stuff. Obviously I already had the propulsion arm, and I got the Cyclops docking bay repair module with that one. Found some hull fragments, things like that in here as well. If you don't have your Cyclops yet, that's possible. You'll see these in a few of these wrecks, these plant shelves, so you can definitely grab them. They're pretty neat to put in your base, put plants in. So we jump back into the Seamoth, and there's another half to this. If you go to the other side of this particular wreck, there's another area. Now, I didn't find anything in the second area, but it was kind of neat to swim through anyway. Big hole in the bottom there you can go up through, or a hole in the side at the top here. And this is where I got a couple of my, I think one of my nuclear reactor fragments, and the rest of them I found in another wreck that was down about 400 meters, or 350 meters or something like that, I think.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So one of the things I unlocked while I was out was actually this right here, the ultra high capacity tank. And that takes us up to, I believe it's 225 seconds of oxygen. So it's really nice. It gives you plenty of time underwater when you're diving wrecks. Lets you stay in quite a bit longer and explore without having to go back for air all the time. Which can also save your life if you get into situations where it's a deep wreck, where there's lots of corridors, that sort of thing. And you can run into issues with not being able to find your way back out. So it's good to have that huge capacity air tank. So here we are back at the Aurora. We're going to do another run through the second half of it now. We're missing the prawn bay and the black box from the Aurora, all that sort of fun stuff. So there's a Reaper Leviathan. He's on patrol there all the time. I'll show him to you when I come back out. So we jump in the Seamoth.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
There's a bit better close-up of him. And I think when I come back out, I give you an even better shot of him. But yeah, we're coming back to the entrance. We're going in the second entrance of the Aurora. I actually have the propulsion cannon on me this time, so we're gonna clear out some of these guys. They're rather annoying, so take your health down quite a bit. So just fire all of them away out into the water or somewhere else. And yes, it is satisfying. And we're just gonna grab these boxes. And the table. Clear it all out of the way. So this is the second entrance, so you can actually come back up to this entrance. And after you clear out all the fire, but it's blocked. So if you don't have the propulsion cannon, then it's actually a little bit more difficult, because you gotta go all the way back through the Aurora to get back out again. So into the water we go. And there is a door here to the left, and from facing this door around to the left again, there's a second door. And I never found the key code for it. I'll have to look again. But apparently I think it's on one of the PDAs or something like that. So we'll have to go back and open that door. There is an upgrade, I believe, in that room, if I'm not mistaken. Swap out a battery, and we'll carry on cutting into this door here. So down another corridor, loot a couple containers, and this is the black box, the Aurora black box room. So that's the data terminal here that we're going to get the black box from.
Integrating new PDA data.
Careful on the surface of here. As you can see, I took damage. There's fire falling from the roof there, so try to avoid that. And there's a door on this level leaving this room. There it is, across the room here. So you go through that door, then you go down here, turn around when you get down there, and in through all the pipes, and that's how you get into the prawn bay. And it's just a little further here, and then hang a right through this area, and you can come right up through the grating, and there you go. Now there is a fire extinguisher down in this section if you go towards the middle, to the right of where we're facing now, but it's not necessary. And I think there's a crate you can loot as well, a container. So there's all the prawn suit fragments. One here, one to the left. And don't forget, right here we've got to pick up the storage module. Okay, and here we just unlocked one of the most powerful tools in the game. So they obviously put that little clue in there to let us know that there's more to this area than meets the eye, and that we could be missing some area. But in this case, we've already been there. That's where we came in. That's where we just came from, so we're not missing anything there. So we've got some more cabins. If you go up over top of the boxes, just jump over the top of the boxes. You can climb up this stairway off to the left side of that room. And yeah, we've got a whole bunch of, we got a bit of a mess hall here, some counter pieces we can scan, single wall shelf. There's a vending machine there as well that you can scan. There's a bit of a rations room here with some nutrient bars and filtered water, things like that. Then right here the hallway divides into two. We've got some cabins on the right and cabins on the left. So just check behind the desk here quickly. There's nothing there. So we've got multiple cabins here. There's more things to scan, single beds, double beds, a few posters you can grab if you want. And there's two rooms here that are both key coded. So one is the captain's quarters and one is cabin 1, I believe. And behind the captain's quarters door, bit of a spoiler alert. Plug your ears for a second if you don't want to hear. There is some awesome tech to help us get off of this planet. I won't go any further than that. So just keep an eye out for supplies, things you can pick up, med kits, all that stuff. There's lots of it around. There's a Natural Selection 2 poster here that you can grab. Bit of a plug for that. Okay, so now we're headed back out. We're heading back into the prawn bay to leave the area. And we're going to come back momentarily. There's a key code we need. If we had come completely through and cut with the laser cutter from the other side, as you'll see in a bit, we would end up in the locker room, which is where we're headed right now. We go into the water right here, and at the door at the end of the hallway is the locker room. So in here we're going to find a PDA with a code, with a door code to, I believe it's cabin 1. And there's some neat stuff in there that you'll want to check out. So
seek fluid intake.
And I believe you get the key code to the captain's cabin through a radio broadcast, if I'm not mistaken. I may already have it, but I haven't looked, haven't checked my PDA yet. So that'll be on the agenda for later on. That right there, that sweet offer is the one that has the key code that you're looking for.
Integrating new PDA data.
And you'll see here we are in the hallway from the other entrance. So we have that key code now. We're going to turn around and head back to cabin 1. And literally just race back there quickly, and we'll be able to unlock that door and pick up a few neat items. You'll see. Turn left here, not right. Or go right. It's wrong, but you can go right too. There you go, now you got it. So initially I thought it had the key code for the captain's quarters, so I had gone to this door. And it pulled up my data bank, and sure enough, nope. Cabin number 1, code 1869. So headed back over to door 1 there. Cabin 1, yep. 1869. And we're in.
Integrating new PDA data. Seek fluid intake immediately. New blueprint acquired.
Just wanted to make sure I had room, and I did, so I decided to grab the prawn suit poster. Looked good in the new base. Or the old one, either way. Okay, so we're out of here until next time. It's been a good run through here. We've got lots of neat stuff, so we don't need to be in here anymore for the time being until we get that captain's quarters code. If we haven't already. But we don't really need what's behind there yet, so we'll come back. It'll be here. Although judging by how much vibration is going on, it may not be. Okay, back into the sea moth. And this is where I decide to get a little bit of a closer look at that Reaper Leviathan that's down there. So there you go. He's swimming away. Doesn't seem to care very much about me, but I am backing off nonetheless. Okay, and back up to the sub.
Captain, all systems online.
So we're just going to dump off some stuff on the bottom here. We got a few loot items, obviously, and they're weighing me down. Not really, it's just I don't like having my inventory full in case I'm picking stuff up. So we just drop some of it off in here, head back to the surface of the sub, the top of the main deck, grab a bit of food quickly, top up again as it were. Food and water. Had an extra one, so I just ate it anyway. And then we're going to pilot this beast back over to our main base.
Ahead standard.
So once you start exploring some of the deeper areas and combine that with getting the prawn suit, which allows you to explore a lot of those deeper areas, you'll find very quickly that you will run out of storage space. So that is what I'm working on right now, is expanding my storage in my base. And these are great, these lockers. I'm not sure if they're exactly twice the size of the wall-mounted lockers, but they do store quite a bit more. And I can just put wall signs above them, and you can make the sign bigger with these plus and minus signs. You can change the colors of it with a couple of those buttons, and of course you can rename it. So we're doing that. I do that anyway to let me know what's in what container at a quick glance. It's a little bit hard to memorize every time, although there's a few of them that I do. I don't get signs up right away. Copper's pretty scarce for me right now for some reason. I haven't picked up enough limestone outcrops yet, so. And of course, windows are always very appreciated, unless of course your hull integrity is pretty low. Watch that number in the top left corner every time you place a base piece. I'm at 7.3 right now, so we're still pretty good. But we need more windows. This thing is looking pretty dreary. I don't have an access to the outside. And don't forget to complement those windows with reinforcement plates. They're going to help that number in the top left corner there. I just bumped up to 13.3. Another reinforcement. Put them in places where you're never going to need a window or never need to put an extension onto the base. It's hard to do perfectly every time, but a little bit of help. There's one into the moon pool, which was much needed as well. More lockers going up. Do some wall lockers in areas where you can't get the floor lockers placed. Just more storage anywhere you can. I typically tend to keep just one storage room where I keep the majority of my materials, because you'll find you're using it near the fabricator anyway, so. And I'm running low on stuff, so we're gonna do a quick scan here for limestone chunks. Okay, so thank you to What's Up Towns. Parkinsub is the name we're going for now. You can check him out on both Twitch and YouTube under What's Up Towns, all one word. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We're going to continue on in the next episode. Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.